right, what movie are we checking out today? Karate Kid. Didn't Cobra Kai just end?
Two branches. One tree.
Karate Kid Legends is the 6th film in the legendary Karate Kid franchise and a movie that looks to give this IP a theatrical rebirth after the massive hit that was Netflix's Cobra Kai. Now, Cobra Kai successfully reignited interest in the Karate Kid brand and introduced a new generation of fans to the character of Daniel LaRusso. It effectively brought this franchise back from limbo and really said all you could say when it comes to a standard Karate Kid. But as a result, this is the main reason I was really worried when Karate Kid Legends was first announced, as it seemed like Sony was just trying to capitalize on the success of the show. Now, this would be fine, except for the fact that the finale of Cobra Kai was just a few months ago, and I was really afraid this movie would have nothing new to offer audiences. I am happy to report that I was 100% wrong, and Karate Kid Legends is a story worthy of a theatrical release, carving its own path in the Karate Kid mythos. The thing I love most about Karate Kid Legends is just how different it is from other Karate Kid movies. After decades of following the same formula and introducing us to multiple Karate Kids in the process, Legends refreshingly plays with the structure while respecting the spirit of these movies. It is a welcome change. We've seen the Karate Kid formula so many times now, whether it's Daniel, Julie, Dre. Hell, we got 2 different Karate Kids in Cobra Kai and Miguel and Robbie, which evolved into 12 more kids by the end of the series. But Li Fong is a breath of fresh air that reinvents what it means to be the Karate Kid. On paper, the story seems pretty standard. After moving to New York City with his mother, Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong struggles to let go of the past as he tries to fit in with his new classmates. When a new friend needs his help, Li enters a karate competition, but his skills alone aren't enough. With help from Mr. Han and the legendary Daniel LaRusso, he soon learns to merge 2 styles into one for the ultimate martial arts showdown. The story of Karate Kid Legends focuses heavily on the character of Li Fong and puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the shoulders of actor Ben Wong. Wang was cast after a massive global search that saw thousands and thousands of potential hopefuls vie to be the next Karate Kid. The casting is nothing short of miraculous, as Ben Wong has the impossible task of following up one of the most likable Karate Kids in the franchise in the form of Miguel Diaz, while also living up to the cinematic legacy of the Karate Kid. Luckily, he is up to the challenge. Because make no mistake, Ben Wong is a star on the rise. The entire weight of the film is thrust upon him, and he effortlessly carries this movie from beginning to end. Li Fong is different from any other protagonist in the franchise. We start the film with him as a pretty skilled martial artist, having studied Kung Fu at the Han School in China before leaving for New York. This change in structure is the first of many, and as the film unfolded, I found myself really appreciating the story. The Karate Kid formula usually has a mentor figure with a tragic past that is revealed to audiences in an emotional second act ending catharsis between student and teacher. However, Legends doesn't have this luxury, as both mentor figures are fully established characters in universe with their past traumas already revealed and well known by the audience. In turn, what we get is a Karate Kid with past trauma that is revealed early on, which forces him to spend the entire runtime of the film learning to move past it. Ben Wong handles the emotional weight of this marvelously while being charming and also sincere. It would be hard not to fall in love with the character of Li Fong, the first Asian lead in the decades-long Karate Kid franchise, believe it or not. Jonathan Entwistle takes a lot of risks in directing this film, which I think ultimately pay off. There is a unique visual style to Legends that helps separate it from any other project in the franchise. The main setting of the film is New York, and while it is the romanticized Hollywood version of New York, I think the setting is paired very, very well with the stylized look. There is a modern fighting game graphic styling that is splattered across the runtime, and it really creates a fun look, especially during the tournament. And I mean, that's not a spoiler, because this is a freaking Karate Kid movie. Of course there's going to be a damn tournament. What's really fun here is the fact that the ending tournament is more of a means to an end, as it's there to just enhance the story of our protagonist and give us that emotional catharsis that we've been craving. I am 100% okay with this because the greatest strength of this movie is its characters. Every character in the film feels layered, with supporting players like Joshua Jackson's Victor Lapani being an endearing scene stealer. I think Sadie Stanley's Mia is also really great, and her chemistry with Ben Wong is strong. Ming-Na Wen likewise does a fantastic job as Lee's mother. The Karate Kid movies are in no shortage of strong, badass mothers, but Ming gets to be involved throughout the entire story and has more agency, acting as an emotional anchor for our protagonist as the film goes on. While the movie is very character-focused, that doesn't mean the fight sequences are overlooked, as Entwistle pushes his star and gives us some really visually engaging action sequences. A lot of this boils down to the extreme athleticism of Ben Wong, who's able to give us so much physicality in his performance. If I had to critique anything, I would say the weakest points of Karate Kid Legends are probably Jackie Chan's Mr. Han and Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso. Not to say that they're not both great, I mean, they're there to serve the exact purpose they were brought in to serve. However, the film is marketed into making you think that they have more focus than they actually do. Chan's Mr. Han has importance to the plot, but his inclusion offers nothing really to the overall story. He's just kind of there. Not only that, but Jackie Chan's performance is just so jarring in relation to his appearance in The Karate Kid 2010. And I get it, I understand that this movie takes place over a decade after that one, but where we meet Mr. Han here is so monumentally different from where we left him in 2010 that I feel like the movie was obligated to at least give us some sort of explanation. Also, Chan strips the character of all the dark, dramatic nuance and essentially plays him the same way he plays every other character that he embodies. He's a lot more jokey and a lot more lighthearted, which to me was upsetting as I really love the emotional depth of Mr. Han from the 2010 film. On the other hand, Ralph Macchio is an absolute legend, and while his role is small and he offers essentially nothing to the overall story other than guidance, the weight of his character is felt perfectly. He carries Daniel with the emotional maturity that we would come to expect from the character, and every scene he's in feels important because he's there and he makes it feel important. He gracefully passes the torch to Ben Wong and is a wonderful bridge to the past as we walk towards a new future. Another thing that I will say that's not really a critique, but something I find funny, is how the Karate Kid movies now are moving past having villains be these misunderstood or relatable characters with a lot of charm and charisma, like Billy Zabka's Johnny Lawrence, and is just making them just more and more psychotic. I mean, the sensei in this movie is a friggin' loan shark, and his student is just a little psychopath, and I absolutely love it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I just find it really, really funny. To me, Karate Kid Legends was a huge risk, and one that ultimately pays off for Sony Pictures. Jonathan Entwistle's film feels handcrafted for new audiences with just enough reverence for what came before to please older fans. The film hinges on its star, and Ben Wong was up to the challenge, as Lee Fong may be our best Karate Kid yet. All I know is that I am really excited to see where it goes from here. So on a scale of 1 to 5 authentic New York style pizza slices, I rate Karate Kid Legends 4 out of 5 pizza slices. I really, really enjoyed this film. I think it's an absolute blast and a worthy addition to the Karate Kid franchise. So I think that you should all check it out when it comes out in theaters later this week. If you guys like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you want to check out our other movie reviews, click the link on the page. Until next time, guys, stay versed.